Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Gaura Dhawanlal with the news at 9. The headlines. Special outreach program of Centre culminates in Jammu and Kashmir. Nearly 300 developmental projects inaugurated during week-long program. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says strength of India's excellence lies in its geographical and social diversity, urges youth to implement their duties towards the nation. Republic Day chief guest, Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro, arrives on 4-day visit to India. Government announces setting up of 10 chairs in various universities in different fields to encourage women to carry out research activities. And in sports, India defeats New Zealand by 6 wickets in first T20 International match at Auckland today. A week-long special public outreach program of the central government culminated today across Jammu and Kashmir. The program, which had started on the 18th of this month, saw 36 union ministers visit 60 locations in both divisions of Jammu and Kashmir to disseminate information on various developmental projects and welfare initiatives of the central government. During the program, approximately 300 developmental projects were inaugurated related to roads, electricity, playfields, tehsil offices, water supply schemes and a host of others. This was the first time in the history of Jammu and Kashmir that such a large number of union ministers visited the union territory with a developmental mission in hand. A report.
The ministers look determined to transform the newly created union territory on exemplary lines of growth and development with mission of reaching out to people and to give them a sense of belongingness. The ministers listed important developmental initiatives of the central government before public and sought their feedback on the issues concerning them for further improvements in the implementation of different schemes. Throughout the week, the ministers who travelled across length and breadth of J&K told AR News Jammu that there is positivity on ground, which is overwhelming. They told us that government has decided to hold the Global Investors Summit in month of April, and very soon a comprehensive industrial policy will also be brought up to curb unemployment and push J&K on a developmental path. Nasir Rathir, AR News Jammu.
The detailed feedback collected would be analysed later to evolve a comprehensive mechanism for the effective implementation of different policies and further initiatives with the active participation of people on ground. Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad today visited Sopore area of North Kashmir's Baramulla district on the second day of his visit to the district. The minister carried out various developmental activities. He also laid the foundation stone of a road connecting Fruit Mandi Sopore with the peripheral areas. Mr. Prasad assured people that the union government is committed to ensuring holistic development of all regions and areas on an equitable basis, adding that several economic sectors like horticulture and tourism shall be developed and upgraded on modern lines. In Jammu and Kashmir, the terrorist killed in a gunfight in Crew area of Avantipura in South Kashmir on Wednesday has been identified as the top commander of the Jaish-e-Mohammed. Security sources said the slain terrorist was operating under the code name Abu Qasim, alias Abu Saifullah, in the area for over a year. In a 3-day counter-terrorist operation at Zantra Crew in Avantipura sub-district, a soldier and a special police officer of the J&K police were martyred. The operation concluded yesterday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the strength of India's excellence lies in its geographical and social diversity. Interacting with tableau and tribal artists, NCC cadets, NSS volunteers and other participants of the Republic Day parade in New Delhi today, he said that India is like a flower garland where colourful flowers are joined with the thread of Indianness. He urged the youth to focus on their duties towards the nation.
यहाँ जितने भी युवा साथी आए हैं, मेरा आपसे आग्रह रहेगा कि राष्ट्र के प्रति अपने कर्तव्यों की ज्यादा से ज्यादा चर्चा करें। चर्चा ही नहीं बल्कि खुद अमल करके उदाहरण पेश करें। हमारे ऐसे ही प्रयास न्यू इंडिया का निर्माण करेंगे।
The Prime Minister said people are moving towards a new India and there is a need to ensure that no person and no region of the country is left behind. He said it is also the purpose behind the Republic Day parade Talking about the rich tradition of the NCC and NSS, the Prime Minister said,
एनसीसी और एनएसएस इसके माध्यम से अनुशासन और सेवा की एक समृद्ध परंपरा जब राजपथ पर दिखती है तो देश के करोड़ों युवा प्रेरित और प्रोत्साहित होते हैं। देश की समृद्ध कला संस्कृति, भारत की धरोहर को प्रदर्शित करने वाली झांकियां, उसको लेकर जब आप राजपथ पर निकलते हैं तो पूरी दुनिया मंत्रमुग्ध होकर के देखती है।
Earlier in the day, the Prime Minister interacted with the 49 awardees of the Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar. He appreciated the work done by the children who got national awards in various categories. Republic Day chief guest, Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro, arrived in New Delhi today on a 4-day visit to India. Minister of State for External Affairs, V. Muralidharan, received Mr. Bolsonaro at the Air Force Station, Palam. More from our correspondent.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold talks with President Jair Bolsonaro tomorrow. Several agreements will be signed after the talks. He will also meet President Ramnath Kovind tomorrow, who will host a banquet in his honor. President Bolsonaro is accompanied by 8 ministers, 4 members of the Brazilian Parliament, senior officials, and a very large business delegation. The bilateral engagements between India and Brazil are multifaceted, and they extend from political, economic, defense, and security issues to cooperation in the fields of agriculture, space, health, and food processing. Anupam Mish, AR News, Delhi.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has welcomed Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro to India, who arrived in New Delhi today. In a tweet, Mr. Modi extended a warm welcome to the visiting dignitary. He said, India is delighted to host him, and the nation is looking forward to his taking part in the Republic Day celebrations. The Prime Minister said President Bolsonaro's visit will add strength to the India-Brazil relations. President Ramnath Kovind will address the nation on the eve of the 71st Republic Day tomorrow. The address will be broadcast on the entire national network of All India Radio and telecast over all channels of Doordarshan from 7 p.m. in Hindi, followed by the English version. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter @AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. On the occasion of the National Girl Child Day today, the Ministry of Women and Child Development announced the setting up of 10 chairs in different fields with the aim of carrying out research activities to encourage women. The initiative, called Establishment of Chairs in Universities in the Name of Eminent Women, is being launched with the assistance of the University Grants Commission UGC. The main objective is to inspire women to pursue higher education and to achieve excellence in their area of work. This initiative of highlighting and celebrating women achievers of the country will motivate young girls and women for higher studies. The financial implications of the proposal are 50 lakh rupees per chair per year, and the total expenditure for establishing 10 chairs will be approximately 5 crore rupees per annum. The chairs are to be established for a period of 5 years initially, as per the guidelines. Sports Minister Kiren Rijiju today said that the government has decided to recruit around 1,500 coaches to fill up the existing vacancies and has ensured full support to the country's athletes. He was speaking at the sidelines of a program celebrating the National Girl Child Day in New Delhi. He said reputed foreign coaches will be hired irrespective of their remuneration, adding that there will be some very good Indian trainers and coaches who will also be hired. He said there will be no shortage of funds for the training of the Indian athletes. The BJP today hit out at the opposition, saying that the whole campaign against the Citizenship Amendment Act CAA is based on falsehood. The party accused the Congress and Aam Aadmi Party of supporting the Shaheen Bagh agitation in New Delhi. Briefing the media, Union Minister and Delhi BJP election in charge Prakash Javadekar alleged that both the Congress and AAP are misleading the minorities over the CAA.
Aam Aadmi Party and Congress are causing a lot of pains to people, but more importantly, creating unnecessary fear psychosis amongst minorities and poisoning the young minds of children. The whole campaign against CA is based on falsehood.
He said that opposition parties know that the CAA, NRC and NPR are three different subjects, but they are mixing them up and misleading people over the issues. The Supreme Court today said that it cannot issue blanket orders restraining authorities from invoking the stringent National Security Act (NSA) against people protesting the enactment of the Citizenship Amendment Act (CAA). The top court said the NSA cannot be allowed to be misused, but added that they cannot be a general command as public properties are being burnt during protests and they may be organized. A bench of Justices Arun Mishra and Indira Banerjee refused to entertain a plea challenging the imposition of the NSA in a few states, as also in the national capital, amid anti-CAA protests. The Border Security Force, BSF, has said that a substantial increase in the outflow of illegal Bangladeshi migrants to their homeland has been recorded in the last 1 month following the enactment of the Citizenship Amendment Act. Addressing the media in Kolkata today, IGBSF South Bengal region YB Khorania said that they have apprehended 268 illegal Bangladeshi migrants in January so far while they were returning to their home country. He said that the BSF is working hard to check the smuggling of various goods out of the country. The National Federation of Blind has welcomed the recent Supreme Court's judgment that the rule of no reservation in promotion as laid down in Indira Sahani's case is not applicable to persons with disability, Divyangjan. Addressing the media in New Delhi today, Federation General Secretary S.K. Rungta said, "This is a historic verdict for the rights of Divyangjan." The Chinese government is taking several measures for the isolation and treatment of the novel coronavirus infections. The capital city of Beijing and Wuhan have cancelled large-scale activities, including the Chinese Lunar New Year celebrations. China celebrates its New Year tomorrow. The Chinese health authorities have confirmed 25 deaths and 830 confirmed cases of pneumonia caused by the coronavirus. In Nepal, one person has been found to be infected from coronavirus. The International Monetary Fund IMF chief Kristalina Georgieva today said that growth slowdown in India appears to be temporary. Speaking at the World Economic Forum 2020 at Davos, she said the world appears to be a better place in January 2020 compared to what it was when the IMF announced its World Economic Outlook in October 2019. At the stock markets, the Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange climbed 227 points to end at 41,613 today. The Nifty at the National Stock Exchange advanced 68 points to 12,248. In cricket, India defeated New Zealand in the first T20 International of the 5-match series against New Zealand by 6 wickets. The visitors achieved the target of 204 in just 19 overs, losing 4 wickets at Eden Park in Auckland. Earlier put into bat first, New Zealand scored 203 for 5 in the stipulated 20 overs. The second T20 will also be played at Eden Park in Auckland on Sunday. The 3-match ODI series starts from the 5th of February at Hamilton. Indian captain Virat Kohli remained at the top in the Test batsman rankings released by the ICC today. And now, before we close, the headlines once again. Special outreach program of Centre culminates in Jammu and Kashmir. Nearly 300 developmental projects inaugurated during week-long program. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says strength of India's excellence lies in its geographical and social diversity, urges youth to implement their duties towards the nation. Republic Day chief guest, Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro, arrives on 4-day visit to India. Government announces setting up of 10 chairs in various universities in different fields to encourage women to carry out research activities. And in sports, India defeats New Zealand by 6 wickets in first T20 International match at Auckland today. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.